What's up, YouTube? This is Chaos Christ coming at you with another little rant of mine about a game that a lot of people like called World of Warcraft. And this game has been out for a long time. It has received more expansion packs than probably any other game that I am aware of. Okay. Essentially, for those of you who have been living under a rock for the past, I don't know, what, 6, 8 years? I don't know. World of Warcraft is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game in which you create a character and play with other people over the internet. It's a cool concept, you know, in theory, until you actually play it. And I guess I should get in on how I played WoW in the first place. I'm never been a person who has agreed with paying a monthly fee to continue to play a game that you've already purchased. So I wasn't about to ever buy WoW or a monthly subscription, anything like that. And but I had this one friend, and for anonymity's sake, let's just call him Dickhole, because he was a dick. But anyway, that's beside the point. He had an extra WoW account he wasn't using, and so he let me play it with him. He started a new character with me. He made an undead priest, and I made an undead warlock. And we played that game for several months. I got to about level 44, level 46, something like that, and quit. Despite being able to play it for free for essentially as long as I wanted. Why did I do this? Well, because the game is just one long, boring, dull-ass fucking thing. It's just busy work. That's the entire game. The game is just busy work. There's two ways to level up. The way that the noobs do it, where you get quests and you know, kill enemies or collect a certain amount of things that enemies drop or whatever, bring back to the quest giver. So essentially all these quests, 95% of them amount to go kill this thing, or go kill 10 of these things. Really lame. The other way to level up is what is called instance grinding. And this is a lot more faster and efficient way to do it. Instances are dungeons you can go in with groups of other players, where you basically just do the dungeon together and share the loot and get experience. Well, that's cool. That's a cool concept too, you know? I mean, awesome. Okay, how are they gonna fuck this one up? Alright. How about you play the same instance 7 times? You move on to the next one. You play that 7 times. And so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. The entire game. This is essentially the entire game. It's just leveling up so you can get cooler shit. But the leveling up process is completely tedious and boring. You have to play the same thing over and over again. It's even worse than in Final Fantasy XII, where you have to run around the previous dungeon 4 or 5 times just to get enough loot to buy all the shit you need. At least then it was only like 4 or 5 times instead of like 7. On top of that, of course, WoW has no story, really, so to speak of. It's a massive multiplayer game, so it's not really going to have much of a story, you would think. But this game has consumed the lives of a lot of people. It's extremely addictive. I have an extremely addictive personality, but it just didn't grab me. And my friend just wanted to keep playing and playing and playing, and I was just like, dude, you're like level 50 now, I'm like 4 levels lower than you, you're just gonna keep playing, and I don't have the energy to sit in front of this computer and fucking play WoW for another fucking day in a row, all day. So, yeah, I quit playing, you know, and he didn't. He continued to play, and I don't know, I lost contact with him, kind of had a falling out with Dickhole, and you know, I don't know if Dickhole's still playing, but wouldn't surprise me. I really don't understand why people like this game so much. I understand that, you know, there's a socialization factor and all that shit, but I just don't understand how people can do these same repetitive tasks over and over the entire game, and it takes forever just to get one level. So it's just forever, and they design this shit to take forever because they charge you by the month. So the longer it takes, the more money they make. But on top of that, I mean, if you just wanted to get into WoW now, like say starting out fresh, I don't even know how much money you'd have to spend. You'd have to buy the game and then what, 5 expansions for it? Take up, I don't know, only half your hard drive space. So, all in all, I just think WoW is completely overrated. Don't understand how people get so addicted to it. I understand that it's a gratification reward system. I read an interesting article about that actually, where essentially the players are just monkeys pressing a button, and first when they press the button, the reward is instantaneous. You know, you level up really fast early on in the game, but as time goes on, every time you press the button, you don't get something. Well, of course, you're gonna wail on that button. You know, you're gonna wanna get that next level, that next rush, like, oh, that satisfaction. But at the same time, you have to sit there in front of the computer all day playing the same level over and over and over and over. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on World of Warcraft. Kind of waiting for it to die already. Should have a couple years ago. Make room for a new MMO. Not really into MMOs, but I mean, it's just ridiculous how long this game has lasted. The graphics are last gen. I mean, not that I care about graphics. Graphics are the last thing that matter to me, but it's just an example of how old this game is. So anyway, this is Chaos Christ, signing off. P.S. YouTube. Forgot to add this little part today. I was talking to a friend of mine at work today. Her name's Crystal. She's an avid WoW player, and she was telling me about the brand new expansion for WoW, which I find funny considering that Cataclysm, the last expansion, was supposed to be the last expansion. So, apparently in this expansion, they add a new class called the Monk, which is, you know, essentially like, you know, Kung Fu type class. That's cool, you know, I mean, they didn't have one before. But then there's another thing that they've added. And this just gets me. I just find this to be absurd and funny and silly. They are adding essentially pandas as a playable race to the game in the exact same expansion pack that they're adding Kung Fu Master class, basically. So I think you can all see where I'm going with this. They're fucking putting Kung Fu Panda in the game. I don't know how many fucking Kung Fu Pandas we're going to be seeing running around with various different names that are different variations on Jack Black. So yeah, this is just, you know, I mean, it seems like Blizzard's grasping at straws. They're going to stick any little cutesy-wootsy thing in there. Oh, I can play as Kung Fu Panda now. I've just got to shell at $200 for this game, and then $30 a month, every month. So yeah, just had to add that little thought there, because as I was listening to this video, I realized I didn't mention that, and that was something that I really wanted to mention. So, alright, peace off. Peace out.